Welcome to the Curve Effect, where confidence meets curves and beauty has no limits. I'm your host, Tammy Taylor, and this is your go to space for fashion, health, beauty, and all things self love. Here, we celebrate the power of curves, embrace our bodies unapologetically, and inspire each other to live our fullest, most fabulous lives. Whether it's the latest style trends, wellness tips, or real talk about the real journey to self confidence, this is where you belong. So get ready to own your curves, walk in your power, and redefine beauty in your own terms. This is the Curve Effect. So let's go. Hey, everybody. It's your girl, Tammy T, and welcome back to the Curve Effect. I know it's been a minute, but we back just like we ain't never left. And today I got a very good friend of mine, my sister, Miss Wakeitha Lewis. She's a model, a singer, fashion designer, an apparel brand owner, award-winning apparel brand owner, and I'm just so happy to have her here because she has a very special event that I want to make sure everybody knows about. Hey, Kiki, how are you, baby?
What's up? What's up? Oh,
Hi, girl. Hey, girl,
yes.
how are
Oh,
you?
finally, I get a chance to get into the curve effect.
Yeah,
Yes, yes,
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You know I had to have you. I
I
had to have you.
appreciate that.
And
Man, you doing your thing, and I'm I'm so proud of you. I'm
thank you.
so proud of you.
Thank you, sis. Thank you. And I am so proud of you as well. We out here in these streets making things happen,
Yes,
positive things happen. And I love it for both
absolutely,
of us.
absolutely.
I love it for both of us. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna talk a little bit of about your background. You from Mobile.
Yeah,
So
Mobile, Alabama.
you
Roll Tide.
Mobile, roll,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, whatever, roll tide, go dogs, but all right, go dogs. But well, yeah, you from Mobile, you came to Atlanta and you put your foot down and you just started making things happen. Like I said, you have so many creative spaces that you're involved in, from music to stage to film, modeling, and your creativity with your apparel brand and the Cut 'em Up Key brand. Just kind of give us a synopsis on how all of this came about from my girl from we gonna roll tide, whatever, to, to Atlanta.
Well, I've been in Atlanta for over, let's just say 25 plus years. A mother of two and a bonus son, and then I have two grandkids and two bonus grandkids. So, and it's just I'm doing things now that I, dreamed about doing. From stage, doing drama at church, just being in front of the camera, being on stage. I love it, man. I have a passion for it, so I love it. And like I said, doing drama plays at church, and then I started with the agency that we both are currently involved in, which is the TLA Lingale Agency, CEO Tina Bridges.
What's up,
And
Tina Bridges?
I've been with the agency right at eight. This will be my eighth year going in. So, and Tina has, if you have, I mean, the dream is yours.
Mm-hmm.
The vision is yours. It's just what you do with it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many outlets, a part of being a part of this agency that, when you put your mind to it and you put it out there, what I'm saying, in the universe, God, he opens doors. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm so grateful and thankful for that.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, going back, I guess it's been about 4 or 5 years now. When this cut 'em up key came about.
Yeah, I was there. I was there.
Because it's like I like to be different as far as my appearance, when I dress or whatever. So I was like, I just like to get up one morning and just decide I want to, wear a t-shirt or make my own shirts and stuff like that. So I started, making my own shirts, coming up with different slogans or whatever. And then I started literally cutting them up. starting with my, my own personal garments first. And then, everybody would see them and was like, okay, cut them up, kid, cut them up, kid. I was like, oh, that name has a nice little ring to it. And so hence right now where we are today, cut 'em up key is out there,
It's out there.
and it's a beautiful thing, man. Like I said, I'll be 50, what, 4 this year?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we hitting 50. Yeah, we doing 54 this year. Yes,
Oh, I'll be 54 this year. And when I tell you these past 8 years have been nothing short of amazing.
hmm
Like I said, I'm getting a chance to do things that I just, you thought about or dreamed about, and just putting a pen to paper and getting out there and just making it happen.
hmm And that's one thing about Tina Bridges. If you whisper that you whisper that you have a possibly may want to do something, next thing you
Yeah,
know, it's a full-fledged business, brand, event, whatever it is. She will do what she can to make it happen.
right.
And then that also leads you to realize you can do other things, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because the world is our oyster. 40 is just a number. uh,
Absolutely.
so yeah. Shout out to Tina, man. We love you, Tina. You know
Yeah. Shout out to
that.
the boss lady, lady boss,
Yeah,
CEO.
yeah, CEO,
Oh,
boss
girl.
lady. Yes. So now what we have coming up this weekend is one of the most beautiful events that I have ever attended. It really is. Um, I am so proud of you. And I am so happy that you are going into your fifth year
Yeah.
of this beautiful event, the Missing Our Mothers Brunch.
Hey, that's Sister Janetta checking in. Uh, girl. And I say, I'm a big barrel of tears, so
Yeah,
I'm not gonna cry.
yeah, I say that too, but
But but yes. Listen, Tammy, boy. 5 years. I mean,
yeah, this is your fifth year. This is a milestone.
it is. It is. And it's just gonna keep getting, it's not about we do because we're human. We a lot of times look at the size,
Mm-hmm.
quantity, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like, is anybody gonna show? And that's how it was. Like, okay, in the beginning, let's just run it back.
Mm-hmm.
This was a vision of mine, um some years ago, like long time ago. And I've shared this story where one of me and one of my coworkers were just at work. We got caught in the storm, couldn't get home. So we're talking about, Mother's Day was almost approaching, and we shared that both of us had lost our moms.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what? I would love to do a brunch and just we get together and just, and it was actually entitled Back Down Memory Lane, because we were just gonna, just have, and I'm a theme girl. So, pearls, hats,
Mm-hmm.
just get back and just enjoy and just reminisce and, going back down memory lane.
Mm-hmm.
Being that I was 8 years old when I lost my mom, I don't have a whole lot of memory, but what I do have, my mother was beautiful. My
Mm-hmm.
mother, she was a singer. She sang. Y'all be talking about, no, my mother sang. She was a seamstress.
Mm.
She sold a lot of our clothes, myself, my dad, and my brother. She sold a lot of our clothes. She was um very great big sense of humor. Everybody loved Jackie, my mother's name, Jacqueline Elaine Lewis. Everybody loved Jackie. They would just come to church just to hear my mom sing. So I mean, it was she was beautiful. And losing her, like I said, being I was a child, yes, of course, but I still remember,
Mm-hmm.
still long for that. I still miss her every single day, every single day. Hey, baby, that's my baby. But I every single day. So I was like, you know what? Let's do this brunch. So each year would pass by and nothing would happen. And
Mm,
I get so full of just being emotional and just going through the ups and downs of not having his Mother's Day and this, that, and the third or whatever. And 5 years ago, starting, the spirit told me it's time.
mm-hmm.
And I was like, what? Spirit said, it's time. And I said, okay, Lord. I said, you say it's time. I said, but I don't know if this, he said, don't, no, we're not going to even worry about that. So, of course, I went to the boss lady and I said, Tina, I said, I have a vision and I want to put this together. Can you help me? She said, of course. And I said, well, I don't know who to reach out to. I don't know where to get started. She said, well, start in the chat. Start with us.
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay,
Yeah.
I did that. And when I tell you, it was like 15, I'm just going to say 15 of us that I didn't even know, with the exception of my two big sisters, Brenda and Audrina, who had lost their moms. So I'm looking around and I'm like, okay, God,
Yeah.
hey, we might be on to something, you know? And
Mm-hmm.
after that first one, um, everybody was like, Key, you can't stop this. You can't stop. This is needed.
Mm-hmm.
We've heard of, we do brunches all the time. We do celebration for moms that are here, but
Right.
we've never heard of someone celebrating the moms that are no longer here.
Right.
Might be on to something. I was like, well, you know what? I say this my baby. I birthed it. So I look forward to this event every single year. It I can't speak on it enough. I mean, it's very emotional. You got
Yes, it is.
that come along with it, and you got people, the tickets might not be selling the way I want them to sell, or you
Mm-hmm.
know, when you put people on the program, people start falling off, and just all those negative things that start to jump in there. And I had somebody to tell me, say, Key, if the devil wasn't working, then you ain't doing your job. So keep doing what you're doing. That's why
Mm-hmm.
he's busy. That's why he's busy working, because you're doing what you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, you know what? Okay, I get it. Again, the human, that flesh gonna always jump in there.
Always jump in.
But
It's right.
you know,
Yeah.
I appreciate my sisters and my brothers. I appreciate y'all so much. And it's not just for women, guys, because we all, as I say, we all come from a woman. So we're all everybody had a mother. So if your
Mm-hmm.
mother is no longer here, then of course this is what we do. I decided that I wasn't gonna just sit and mope, because that's what I used to do.
Me too.
Um, and just be in my own way, in my own self.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to realize that I had children
That. Yep.
that want to celebrate me.
Yep.
And why would I deny them? How can I deny them the fact to celebrate me? You know what I'm saying? So I had to get out of my way, because this, I was out. I guess you could say selfish, because yeah, I was in my feelings. Every time Mother's Day would roll around, I'm in my feelings.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? I got to allow them to celebrate me. And
Mm-hmm.
I did. Once I started doing that, once I started having this brunch, Tammy,
I know. I know.
so
I
and
know.
and people, the first thing when you tell them about what it is, they was like, well, I don't want to come because I don't want to be sad and I don't want to be crying. I said, listen,
It's not
that's
that.
not what this is about.
Mm-hmm.
I created this platform as a way to honor and celebrate our angels. The ones, they're no longer here. They don't have a voice.
Mm-hmm.
So we are their voices.
Mm-hmm.
So we must celebrate them. We must keep their legacies alive. We must keep their names alive. We have to say their names. And that is what I say. That is my motto. Say their names. And and I'm not going to give it away because you have to come, but I'll, in closing, I do something that is very, very special, very, very near and dear. Um at the end of the event, and Whew,
Yeah,
it
it's
is just
amazing.
it's
It's
amazing
amazing.
the feeling,
It, it,
the feeling that we get. I'm gonna let you share. You know what I'm saying? I can
yeah.
talk about it because it's my event, but you've been there, you've witnessed it, you know what
Mhm.
I'm saying, you've been a part of it. So,
Yeah.
coming from someone who's been there, you know what I'm saying, who's actually sat out, out in the audience, you
Yeah.
tell me or you tell the people what this means to you, what this event means to you.
Yeah. I was waiting on you to finish so I could jump in. I was waiting on you to finish.
Yeah,
But yeah, this event is it was very therapeutic because I was like you, Mother's Day would come around. I would actually dread it. This time of the year, I would literally dread this time of the year. I hated to see it coming. Um, you see the Mother's Day cards and the people selling the baskets. And I mean, I literally hated it. And my children knew they wanted to celebrate me, but they knew how I was feeling. So
right.
they couldn't, but they wanted to. And then this brunch was so therapeutic because I got a chance to celebrate my mother in a room of people who understood exactly what I was going through. You know what I'm saying?
We
People,
get it.
we get it. And it's not the same. Mother's Day is not the same. It will never be the same. People who have people, y'all got your moms, man, it's a blessing. It is a blessing to still be able to celebrate your mother in the flesh on Mother's Day because it's different for us. Um, it's just different for us. So again, all of us together in the same, we know exactly how we're feeling. We don't have to explain everything. We don't have to explain anything. We all are there together, holding hands and hugging each other and crying, saying our mother's names. It's a beautiful event. It's one of the best events that I attend every year. Yes, ma'am.
Woo,
Yes,
woo.
ma'am. Yes, it
Uh,
is.
I said I was not gonna do that.
Well, yeah, I know you. I knew the tears was gonna come. I know you, girl. But I want you to know that I am so proud of you. And the 5 years don't even seem like it's been 5 years.
Mm-mm.
But but
Man,
I know you have me in tears. Um, and it's like you crying because you're sad for a minute, and then you bring back these memories, and then you're smiling. I mean, it's one of the best, girl. You
yeah.
did that. You did that. You help a lot of people, even the people that don't make the event. You
Yeah,
know, they
yeah,
still, they still think about it.
yeah,
They're like, let me celebrate my mother. Let me not sit here and be depressed on Mother's Day. We're going to make this a day to celebrate our mothers, even though they're not here. We're going to celebrate our angels. And you have given us a platform to where we can do that. And we don't have to people because sometimes people will tiptoe around you because they know you lost your mom.
yeah,
So
yeah,
they tiptoeing around you, looking at you different because they
yeah,
want to say Happy Mother's Day, but then they're scared or they hold back, or you can tell that people are doing that. You know what I'm saying? And they don't know what to say to you, or
right,
they
right, right.
don't know they literally don't know what to say to you.
Yeah.
And like my children, they didn't know what to say to me. Their mother's here, but she ain't in her right. She
And
ain't.
and that was the thing. It was like I had to literally, because again, I was that every time this time of the year comes around, I go back into that 8-year old.
Mm-hmm.
I return to that 8-year old and 9 year. So yeah, I have grown. My kids are grown. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I am that 8-year old little girl. So I become withdrawn, and I had to explain to them, because it's like every time around Mother's Day, Mama is looking this way or feeling this type of way, and what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So I had to
Yeah.
literally say, hey, this is what it is. Mommy's sad because of X, Y, and Z.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I have my moment.
Mm-hmm.
Then I say, okay, that's enough of that. Like I said, we can sit in it because it's okay, but we can't stay.
Right.
And that's in life period. When things go on, we cannot
Hmm.
stay in those moments. And that's when, you start having the mental health, the anxiety, depression, and all of that starts to come in and take about and take over,
Hmm.
because we are not talking about what's going on. We're not sharing. You have to be specific, and you have to pick your people. You know what I'm saying? You
Yes.
can't share with
With
everybody.
everybody.
Can't
No.
share with everybody. But I found that, within doing this brunch, like you said, it's very therapeutic and it's healing.
It
It is
is.
it is truly, truly a healing. And it's a ministry. Like I said, so many people have, poured into me as far as like be encouragement and just, yeah, words of encouragement, and just like saying, Key, you know what, hey, this is and the third. And it's like I can't, even when I sit and say, okay, God, oh, this ain't looking like what I'm saying, but it ain't a sightseeing journey. So I have to press on, even if it ain't but two people there. You know what I'm saying? I have to press on if it ain't but me. I have to continue to press on because he gave this to me. So
Hmm.
there's no way he was gonna give this to me and it not manifest or it not work.
Exactly.
So it's very, like I said, it's a ministry,
Hmm.
and I have to continue to look at it that way. So,
Hmm.
with you saying that, hey, Key, this is, the times that this has helped me,
Hmm. It really
it,
has.
it's healed me. That makes my heart smile. That just says, Key, you doing the right thing. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and keep doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keep
Keep
doing
doing. Don't stop. And I know when you're looking at your ticket sales and you're looking, and I see how you be looking, and but the people that are there are the people that's supposed to be
it.
there at
Absolutely.
that time, at that
Absolutely.
moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
yeah, and I have to, again, that's me, because I'm a, especially if it's got my name on it,
uh-huh.
I'm a stick. I'm like, okay, but it's not
That's
about that. Like I said, we got to stop looking at quality, quantity
and
in
right.
the numbers, and look at the quality of it and the
Hmm.
people that show up. And when I
Yeah.
tell you that each year, um, I have a set. My the people that's on the panel, they're handpicked.
Hmm.
So it Tina said, I used to tiptoe. This event has changed her so much. I seen the strength. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. And I appreciate you so, so much for just continue to stick with me. Like I said, I praise my sisters. I have no problem with praising my sisters and my brothers, those that have been with me from the beginning, those that support me. My children,
Mhm.
who my daughter, when she lives out of state, but she surprised me. What I'm saying, one year, my grandson now. He's gonna be he's a performing artist this year, so he's performing. Your nephew is performing this.
Nephew gonna be performing. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah. And I got
With his singing self.
right. I have as he called himself, the beautiful poet, Bo Ward, who's
Hmm.
coming back.
Yeah. Bo
Bo has
has been
been with
there
me.
every year, right?
Yeah, I think he missed one year. I think
Okay.
he missed one year. But from the beginning, I have um Monica Reed. She's a actress.
Hmm.
She's a powerhouse. She's a speaker.
Hmm.
Um, she does a lot, and he put her in my spirit,
Okay.
and I reached out to her. So I'm thanking this everybody for their yeses. It's just when everybody just say yes, Key, I will. Yes, Key, I
And
will.
that's what you focus on, your yeses. You
But yeah,
focus on your yeses. That's
yeah,
what you do.
I have the ATL's hottest caterer, Jaquetta Quashe. She's gonna
Okay.
be bringing the
Okay,
food.
Jaquetta.
Right. She's bringing the food with us. So, and then who else? I have Tequila Treese on deck. She's been with us with the adult beverages. Because look, we're gonna need some adult beverages.
Girl, girl,
I mean, it's a beautiful thing. Like I said, everything that I have kind of put to everything has come to fruition.
yes,
Me being a designer, I never see myself as being a designer. You
girl,
know, I
you in fashion shows.
my okay, my stuff,
Yes,
excuse me,
you
my
ain't.
God, my
Yeah,
line is on the runway.
yes, ma'am.
When I see you guys, when I see people with cut 'em up key on, I'll tell you, I'll be like, hmm,
You do. And you be acting like we ain't never wore cut 'em up key before. You be like, oh my god.
that's me. I was like, oh my God, but like, who cut that up? I was like, really? Because it's off the top.
Yes, it
So
is.
if I cut it, most of it is cut. Of course, all of it is custom. So I really can't go back and duplicate it. It can make similar,
Yeah. Oh,
not duplicate it because I it's cut it right there. You know what I'm saying?
I done seen. I be there.
So, so and then being
Yeah.
being not only nominated but winning for the last 2 years ATL's hottest brand apparel. Key
Yes.
me a little girl
Yes.
from Mobile, Alabama, who's in the ATL, who's making her dreams come true. Is I mean acting. I love to act.
Yeah.
Been
And
doing
speaking of acting, you are speaking of acting,
okay.
you are in one of my all-time favorite stage plays. Um all-time favorite stage plays. I have only this thing has y'all what 11 times. I've only missed two.
Yeah,
I've only missed two. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So and that is The Shell of a
The
Man.
Shell of a Man. Oh my God, my God, my God. I was just recently in Cream magazine fashion show. Of course, I've been what's Diamonds? Oh no, Heels to Heel, our sister
Janice.
Janice.
Mm-hmm.
Um and of course TLA, Tina always, shows me love. I'm
Mm-hmm.
always for the last four, like I say, 4 or 5 years, I've been on the runway, with my brand.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm at 54.
Yeah. It's never too late,
We
baby.
still, we still doing the doggone thing. We still making stuff happen.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
When you got the younger people looking, it's like, man, y'all out here, y'all moving and grooving, y'all out here working, y'all here
You
doing the thing,
man, we got people waiting to turn 40 so they can join.
waiting to turn 40.
They be like, I got 2 more years. I'm 38. I got 2 more years.
And when I go home, it's like, people be looking at and nothing, nothing against Tyler Perry and nothing against all, the big time celebrities or whatever. But hey, shit, I'm a celebrity too. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I love when I can walk in a room. Only thing that gets old is shoes. And they come back in style.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but when you can walk in a room, or when I go home, when I go home and my family and friends, like, you know what, I see you out there. You doing your thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm proud of you. That just does something. That just says, you know what,
Yeah.
you're doing the right thing. You're
Yeah.
doing the right thing. When people can, you never know who's watching.
Right. You never know.
You never know who's
You
watching.
never know. And I'm a testament to that as well. You
Yeah,
just never know who's watching. You
the
just
good,
don't.
the good, the bad, and the indifferent. It don't even
Yeah,
matter.
ain't no ugly. Yeah, the good, the bad, and the indifferent. You
Yeah,
right. But
yeah.
okay, so let us know. Tell everybody how we can get tickets. Give us the information on the Missing Our Mother's brunch. How we can get tickets.
Okay, well, tickets are still online, and it's Eventbrite. So it's MOM, Missing Our Moms, on Eventbrite. I don't know if you can drop the link, Tammy,
Uh,
because I
I
can't even. It won't even allow me to join the chat. So or we could put it in, afterwards. But
mm-hmm.
yeah, they can actually go on to Eventbrite, and again, it's called Missing Our Moms. So it's MOM, eventbrite.com. Tickets are on sale, and the tickets are $35.
Mm-hmm. What
And
time? What day? What time?
It's coming Saturday, May 3rd, from 1 to 4. 1 to 4. So
Okay.
I'm just asking, like you said, and if you can't come, support, sponsor someone.
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah, well, it's gonna be M.O.M for missing our mom. But they probably would be able to get. I wish you was here too, sis, because I know, like I said, I have a grand support team.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
have a big support team, and a lot of times it's not your family. Now, mine support me, but most of the time, your biggest supporters are your families.
Families, you right on that.
Yes,
You ain't never lied on. You ain't never lied on that one.
not even your family.
Yeah.
It's the people, it's the outside.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
salute to all of you guys out there that has supported me from day one. I appreciate you. I love you, sis, and we go.
Yeah.
Before we even got busy,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
was
We were.
we were talking about, we were
Yeah.
collaborating, we were doing things, we were talking about stuff that we're doing now.
Well, now we were talking about what we're doing now. We sure are.
So
Sure are.
we just manifested those things, and we
Mm-hmm.
made those things come into fruition. And I can't thank you enough for this panel. I can't thank you enough for having me on here. I mean, I don't know if my time is running. I mean, I don't know how this thing works.
Yeah. Yeah. We about out of time, but
Okay. Well, yes, but you can follow me on at Waketha Lewis. That's Juaketha Lewis Lewis on Facebook. On IG is BORNSTAR 916 or KUTEMUPKE. Cut them up, Key.
cut them up, Key. All right, and we got to have you back because you got a lot of other things going on. I'm gonna run down the list real quick. Um, real quick. Yeah, the Shell of a Man stage play. You are one of the stars in that stage play. That's in July 20th, right?
20. Yes.
July July the 20th. Our fashion show, the TLA Ageless Beauty Fashion Show, June 8th.
Yes.
We rocking that. You a designer in that show. I'm one of the models in that show. Everybody's over 40 and up, and we gonna tear it up because that's what we do. We sell out every year.
13th year, and it's gonna be
13
epic.
13 years. It's gonna be epic. Okay. Shout out to Tina Bridges. We love you, TLA. We love y'all. And for you, sis, this weekend, it is going to be another beautiful, successful event. I will be there. You know I'm going to be there to support, and I love you. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. And again, we're gonna have you back because we got some other things. Yeah, we got to do a part 2, part 3.
Yeah, we're gonna do the after. We got to do the after.
The after.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, baby.
Thank
Love
you. Love you. Thank you all for joining us again on another episode of The Curve Effect. And always remember, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Keep shining. See you next time.
Welcome to The Curve Effect, where confidence meets curves and beauty has no limits. I'm your host, Tammy Taylor, and this is your go-to space for fashion, health, beauty, and all things self-love. Here, we celebrate the power of curves, embrace our bodies unapologetically, and inspire each other to live our fullest, most fabulous lives. Whether it's the latest style trends, wellness tips, or real talk about the real journey to self-confidence, this is where you belong. So get ready to own your curves, walk in your power, and redefine beauty in your own terms. This is The Curve Effect. So let's go.